Yeah. Yeah. So her name's Karina Wells. She has her own company, but I try to buy from last year to support them. For the reason I was on science, and I'm so proud of myself.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, are they refillable though? Yeah, they are.
Let's go for a boat ride. It's easy outcomes are refillable.
Oh, yeah.
I need some sparkling. Like I feel like a kid with water. So I know the feels it.
I could do it, but I'll mess it up, so. He knows how to do it, so we'll just go with that.
I like some of it.
Uh,
I like some of it.
I think it's-
I work in the yard. I can't hire.
Oh, yeah.
Got your fence fixed? Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I looked at this.
Nope.
Oh,
Okay. I'll expect a card.
Jill String.
Just got to eat.
Yes, yes.
Told me he was. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open the board of public works and safety meeting. Please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets,
Present.
Greg Miller is absent. Megan Sheets. Present.
Okay, we have the minutes from the May 8th, 2023 regular meeting.
Mayor, I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the May 8th meeting.
I'll second.
Roll call, Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye. The claims for the RDA, you don't have any recommendations
It's
today?
just
for general price. Okay, thank you.
I'll make the motion, we approve the claims submitted by Carol Harvey this evening.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Okay, public comments. Chris,
We just had Mr. Genda this evening.
okay, I want to do that in 2 minutes, so. Permit reports. Chief Shoemaker.
Mayor and Board of Works, today we went on to our 3 Frankfurt police officers that, for their work on April 3rd of 2023. Early on that morning, a fire in the 800 block of Hawthorne Avenue was reported. Sergeant Andrew Snyder, Officer Freddie Martinez, and Officer Madison Douglas quickly arrived. They assisted several residents out of the upstairs apartment as well as the downstairs apartment. I'm honored to award them the department's second highest medal. The Medal of Valor is awarded to officers for individual acts of extraordinary bravery or heroism performed in the line of duty at extreme and life-threatening personal risk. So today we have a special guest, State Representative Mark Genda, who has a presentation for those officers as well. So, well, you guys come in here first.
You have to be here.
I'm sorry, I thought you were. And then Mark.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for having me here this evening. I'd like to first start out by reading the resolution that has been handed down by the Indiana House of Representatives. And it reads as follows. Indiana General Assembly, House Resolution number 45. Adopted by voice vote on April 24th, 2023, during the first regular session of the 123rd General Assembly. A House resolution recognizing Frankfort police officers for their heroic actions. Whereas, in the early morning of April 3rd, 2023, Officer Madison Douglas, Officer Freddie Martinez, and Sergeant Andrew Snyder of the Frankfort Police Department rescued the Neal family and others from house fire. Whereas, the officers involved were able to respond to the family's 911 call for help within 1 minute. Whereas the officers involved never hesitated to put themselves in a dangerous situation to save those that they were sworn to protect and serve. Whereas the officers involved demonstrated their commitment to ensuring the safety of members of the Frankfort community. Whereas the officers involved showed great bravery, courage, and fortitude in their actions. Therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the General Assembly of this state of Indiana, Section 1, that the Indiana House of Representatives recognize officers Madison Douglas, Officer Freddie Martinez, and Sergeant Andrew Snyder of the Frankfort Police Department for their heroic actions. And Section 2, that the principal clerk of the House of Representatives shall transmit copies of this resolution to State Representative Mark J. Gendon for their distribution. Before I go any further and distribute, I want to quickly say to you, people have said to me my first year, do you like it? Is it wonderful? Is it everything you thought it would be? And I will tell you, officers, you standing in front of me, this is without question one of the most noble things, humbling things I've got to do as your representative here this evening. I now personally will thank you for your service and protection of the community of Frankfort, Indiana.
Well, we were gonna get them through first. Mayor, we're gonna get them through first.
I thought you said me. Okay, I guess I'm not.
These are the Medal of Valors that will adorn their Class A uniform.
Thank you to these three officers for the heroic act to place that evening. I don't know if any of you watched the video, but I watched it. It's amazing. They never hesitated. They knew what they had to do and they went and they did it. So I thank you so much. I'm so proud to say that you are members of the Frankfort Police Department. Thank you. Thank you, makes me, thank you.
All right, that concludes that. Appreciate it. You guys.
Hey, everybody. So I get a hug Drew. Here's why. I played Santa Claus when he was this tall. So I've been around him that long. So. Thank you.
Carry on.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right, see you later. You asked me up here?
Yeah. As always.
Thank you. Have a couple things, for up at Prairie Creek Park to be approved the board this afternoon. First one is an agreement with Justin Underwood, for June 24th, 2023, from 6:30 to 7:30, for a contract price of $100, is that correct? $100. I saw this guy online today, it's well worth $100. It smells really well. 6:30 to 7:30 on June 24th, at Prairie Creek Park. That's it.
I'll make the motion that we approve the contract with Justin Underwood in the amount of $100 for June 24th. I'll second that motion. Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
The second thing I have is from Peggy Bachman with the Girl Scouts. She is wanting to have their bridging ceremony and dinner up at Prairie Creek Park, anticipated attendance of 20 to 25 from 5 to 8 p.m. on June 28th of 2023 at Prairie Creek Park.
And that's for
There was a waiver, there was a waiver there.
I'll make the motion that we approve the Girl Scout activity on June 28th and Wednesday. I'll second that motion.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Other than that, that's all I have for the park.
I do have, I was gonna wait till Scott gets back here about the 4th of July parade. You want me to wait till he gets back in here?
I've already passed that on to our guys this
Oh.
afternoon, so you know
Okay,
about it, so we're good to go about it.
Ready
It's
to go.
always-
okay.
I don't think anything's changed on the route or anything, so you just want to bring it up, Scott, later on, we're good to go with that.
Okay, and then I had another call today, Jason, and I thought I'd just bring it up here, is, Third Street Park, where you had a speed bump. You had a complaint today, there's a lot of speeding in that area, you're bringing ready to put those back
Yeah,
out.
we didn't really put those back in.
Okay, did we just have one?
I just had one there, and we put the ones back at the corner park.
Okay,
I believe that's the only ones we okay, right?
and I'll mention that too when Scott gets here, because they're complaining of speeders in the area, so. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Do you have any report on our other thing today?
I talked to Chase Thompson from the Waterworks, and he's gonna be sending me something via email on a plan to take care of that. We'll have to contract that out. We're thinking someone getting that taken care of. Told him to put it in an email form because he was talking gibberish to me pretty much. My brain's a sponge today, to be honest, or not a sponge, just kind of burnt today.
Yeah, overload.
I asked him to do that, yeah, I think that's the route we're gonna go.
I mentioned to Alicia, so maybe before you leave here, maybe we can talk with her real quick too. Okay,
I don't know on cost or anything right now. I'm talking to a contractor, but we need water too. So,
yes, absolutely.
anything else? Lots of stuff going on in school. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah, go
I know
ahead.
it's not department report day, so I don't want to keep on going, but today was a busy day. Last week was a busy week. Today we had water slide training. You know, there
was any such thing as a water slide.
Neither, but
Went through that, 45 minutes of that today. And then we also had the health department in this morning. Rodney was very pleased with what he saw. A few things that he passed on to Ankit to try to work on, but I think we're in really good shape when it comes to their inspection. And then they'll be, I think Thursday, they'll have someone out of the different individual from the health department out to work with Kevin and us on the concession stand.
okay,
But it's been very, I'd say within a half hour, we were finished with the health department, so, you know.
soft opening, Sunday the
Soft opening,
28th
28th.
at
11,
11
noon.
noon on Sunday. Okay, and then the
Then-
grand opening ribbon cutting, June 2nd at 10:30. And you're gonna have it open from 10:30 to noon, is that correct? Just for walkthroughs or what you're going to do, and then free swim from noon to 7. Okay,
I don't know if you saw it, I got a really cool YouTube video from Lacey today, from our alternative, their Kimberly, I guess, was sent one out to her and they sent it to me, so I think I sent it to you, Kimberly, in your text. It was pretty cool to see that overhead view, I'm assuming with what do you call it? Drone, yeah, a little drone flying over, but it was pretty cool to see that. And a couple of the parks employees went down the slide for the first time today as part of that slide training, so we enjoyed that. And had the water running down the slide and everything went perfect there, so.
What's the water temperature?
Chilly.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
really
Chilly right now.
That's a good.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
and we got the new signage up for Community Foundation and NHK.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Just they there and some others pictures of that, but both the NHK sign on the concession stand and the Community Foundation on the pump building is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting. Everything's going on.
What's going on?
And then what about the aviary and the petting zoo? Is it gonna open this weekend or not?
It'll open, yeah. I mean, obviously, if we don't get this water thing fixed, we may not have the fountains in the aviary, but
Okay.
we'll plan on opening them.
Okay, and then Prairie Creek Park, the,
Splash pad,
splash pad is
Splash
not.
pad I made a call to Play Pros today. We're having an issue with that. And not sure if that'll be up and running on Memorial Day weekend or not. But we're gonna try to attempt to, but there's a problem underground that needs to be looked at, so.
I don't suppose it's anything under warranty, is it?
Yes and no. I don't know. much
Nothing
about
ever
it.
is under warranty.
I called the guy from Play Pros and left a voicemail.
Okay,
Give me a call, and I never heard anything for it up here, so.
Jason, I just want to say at this moment in time that we so appreciate you stepping up to the plate and with the dual role that you have in making it happen. Couldn't be more thrilled with your efforts.
It's been fun, actually. It's been, I think I've said a million times, the people we work with are super to work with. If I had to work with 3 different companies again in a big project like that, I would pick these 3. I mean, Lacey and Ankit and HWC and everyone has been great to work with, so.
We sure appreciate you.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Jason. We've got a lot going on in these last few weeks. We're getting ready to do streets, so it's gonna have his hands full. Kimberly, community development.
I just have 2 quick things this evening. First would be the ratification of the contract for the Hispanic Heritage Festival, which will be Saturday, September 16th. It'll be a band with a $600 deposit and $600 paid day of.
Do you hear a motion on that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make the motion that we approve the contract for Hispanic Festival on Saturday, September 16th that Kimberly is presented. I'd say the name, but I would mispronounce it. So that's in the amount of $1,200.
Okay, I'll second that motion. Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
And then the last thing I had, I brought to you guys today, Raphael has worked on a new logo and a new name, for the festival. And the reason Frankfurt Hispanic Heritage Festival is quite long. So, we kind of consolidate down just kind of like the hot dog festival, that they would, put the headdress with the name all together. So, kind of make it simpler. And it means roots or heritage. So,
Oh, okay, I love it. That's really nice, beautiful.
I'm excited it'll be on the t-shirts this year, instead of doing a t-shirt contest, because we have a new logo to kind of spread the word and kind of market it through our t-shirts. So that's all I have for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Scott, do you want to finish yours? And then you weren't here when I said something to Jason, so I'll reach out to you real quickly. The Harbor Terrace, July 4th. You're aware of that, right? I think I sent it to you. And also, I was telling Jason on 3rd Street, they were wanting the speed bump back, but also they said there's a lot of speeding down in that area. So, I will pass that on.
The first thing is the, Jason, I don't know, did Jason talk about Trinity Hope? Okay, so they had their grand opening festival on Saturday. Prior to us having a board meeting, we went ahead and shut the road down. I just asked that the board ratify that decision of the road closure on Saturday, May 20th. I think it was noon to 8 p.m.
It was 2 to 6 or 2 to 4.
I'll make the motion that we ratify the decision, I believe, that as Board of Works we made on the planning session day as it was. So we had the opportunity to see this. And so to approve the road closure so they could block it off and have that wonderful event.
I'll second that motion. Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
The other thing is that I sent you the information to quote for the block camera system. We have received approval of a grant of $4,000 from the Drug and Alcohol Coalition. The prosecutor's office has agreed to partner with us on that. And so before we move forward, I think the next step is the prosecutor has to come to the city council and ask for deferral funds. And so before we have him on the next council meeting agenda, we'd like to have you guys, any questions you have about the camera system. These cameras are utilized in cities throughout the United States of America. They do not detect speed or infractions that are happening on the cameras. It's not like a red light camera. We can't use those. These cameras will find stolen vehicles, find the drivers who are wanted, drivers who are potentially suspended, and also allows us to be a part of a nationwide computer program for any crimes that are committed in Frankfurt or anywhere. We all communicate with each other with license plate, make, model, color. They can pick up the color of the vehicle, bumper stickers on the back of the car. People think they can remove their plates and not be picked up by these cameras. We can. There's a lot of technology out there. Also, as we move into the year, Captain Brady Sorrells is going to work with public-private partnerships, which is happening. For example, the city of Plainfield, Walmart has purchased into their program and is fully funded a camera for 1 year. Due to the technology and the database, these cameras, the ongoing cost, there is an annual cost of about $3,000 a camera, so it behooves us to work with private individuals as well as our prosecutor's office and use, in our case, this first year cameras, no expense to the taxpayer. All this will come from deferral funds at the city level and the county level. It comes from the Drug and Alcohol Coalition grant, which is paid for through court costs. And then our portion, City of Frankfurt's portion, I believe about $4,300 will come from assets seized from drug dealers. So now as we go on to year 2 and 3, we may have to use some of our budget to help fund these, but at least for year one, none of this will be funded by the city of Frankfurt's tax base.
Geez, you're $23,000 in forfeiture. Earl's got 1,900.
Yeah, we've asked the prosecutor to ask the city council for all of the $1,900 approval. If you recall, it's probably been 2 or 3 years ago, it was pretty high, and we purchased radars, speed detection radars for the cars. So it's, we'll just use the $2 grand in there to bring the cost down.
Okay.
I'll make the motion that we approve Chief Shoemaker's request and the funding, collaborative funding that he has outlined in his request, and then welcome the prosecutor's office to come and get council approval.
I'll second.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Does he need a resolution? You do.
I think the council has to approve.
Just has to give the approval.
I can do a resolution if you want one, but I don't know that we need one.
Just,
We just need to make sure it's in the minutes.
okay.
And other than that, that's all I have on the agenda. The building, we're still moving quite fast. We should, June 21st, we will be having our ribbon cutting, no doubt. But right now, we're getting ready to move in some of our stuff on Wednesday of this week.
Oh, you are?
So
We're moving right along.
we're moving right along. If you went by there, paving will be done tomorrow.
Oh,
And there were some issues with the drainage of the building. It was not draining away from the building. So they at their expense are putting in top today and Friday to get the water away from the building. So that's all I have.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don, did you have anything to do?
Just one thing, Mayor. Mayor, I'd like to have permission to advertise for a position that is open, our building inspector position. I'd like to have permission to do our advertising for that.
I haven't had I appreciate that you sent out the job description, but I haven't had a chance to review it to see if there's any tweaks that we need to do. Can we do that sometime very soon before we?
Yeah, because I'd like for Greg and I to get together and make sure this is the time if we're gonna make changes or do anything different.
I would even recommend that the Board of Works do the hiring. We'll advertise and then let the Board of Works do the hiring of the inspector. I don't have a problem with that at all.
I think it's definitely our intent to advertise for the position, so perhaps we could approve it, but pending the meeting of the minds, if it were to approve the job description and move forward with it.
Yeah, I'd like to know the job description and make sure what direction we wanna go with that.
Can I put that in the form of a motion somehow? He can bring it to us. I will make the motion that we move forward with the job description for building inspector, and it will be approved for posting upon the completion of Dawn and Board of Works review of the job description.
I'll second that motion. Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Matt, do you have anything for us today?
I just want to bring up one thing, just so that way everybody's kind of kept in the loop. Engine 3, apparently we're having some more problems, so it's going back down to Queens on Wednesday. Transmission problems, so maybe a little costly, but just kind of want to let you guys know ahead of time that we've got scheduled to go down Wednesday.
Okay.
Pretty soon we won't need the new engine because that will have
It'll be new.
the original piece of work replaced.
You're gonna think, yeah, so, we're hoping, I know an estimated cost of the transmission is very expensive, but some of the other things need to be looked at, we're not sure, so just, be prepared for that, I'll send everybody the information that we have. once it's done. Okay?
Thank you. Okay, new business, or unfinished business, I don't have anything. Okay, new business, we probably do need to approve it, don't we? Do we need to approve that for the July parade? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do the approval, yeah.
I'll make the motion that we approve the annual Harvard Terrace Fourth of July parade and the traditional road closures involved.
And that parade starts at 10 a.m. So I'm gonna guess probably an hour before. I'll second that motion, roll call please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, we already talked about speed bumps, we have that taken care of. Conflict of interest.
Yes, we have been presented with a conflict of interest form from Police Officer Marisol Douglas.
I'll make the motion that we approve the conflict of interest form presented by Officer Marisol Douglas.
I'll second that motion. Roll call please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Anybody have anything? The speeding on Third Street?
Yes.
Bring that up to Scott.
When we talked about speed limits, she said,
Yeah. And then you brought it to Scott.
Okay, so we're good. I'm sorry. No, I don't, I can't remember either. We talked to you about Third Street.
Yeah,
speeding,
you
right?
did it. I don't know. I never missed it.
I missed it, sorry.
Okay, is that it? Okay,
I'll move to adjourn.
okay, thank you.
I got a question.